doing here? Hi, how's it going? I hope my internet can support this, because I didn't come out of the woodwork for nothing. I came here to stream and do Degrassi trivia, which reminds me, I should probably figure out where I put that book. I was so focused on being ready that I forgot to get the damn book. Oh shit, where did I put it? Aha, under all my papers. I found it. Degrassi trivia. It lives. We can do it. Okay. How's everyone doing? Happy Saturday. Shoot. I'm so unprepared that I'm still so disheveled. Apologize. My sleeve was turned up. I am so embarrassed. God. Have I ever been on time for a stream? Maybe once. Was it this time? No, definitely not. So, funny story. I spent most of the day watching Degrassi, showing a friend of mine Degrassi. She has asked me to show it to her. We are currently going through Degrassi Junior High Season 1, and we were in the middle of doing that, and I looked at the time like, I didn't get ready to go. Then I realized also, I hadn't figured out what I was going to wear tonight. Thankfully, that was the quickest part to the setup, because I just looked at my closet like, all right, that, and I want to wear that hat. Okay, excuse me, we're good. Guess we're not going to do makeup, although I swear in this lighting it looks like I'm wearing a little bit of lipstick, so that's cool. The hardest part was actually getting the tech set up, because I had recently tore down my ring light because I wasn't using it every single day. So I thought, let's make the room cleaner and not just have it sitting up all the time. Well, I forgot I did that, and it was sitting in its case, so I had to set that up. I had a little bit of a goof trying to figure out how to get the the capture device to work. Then I had to set up the camera, and then I was about to start, and I realized, I forgot the microphone. But I remembered the microphone, and then my internet was being funny. That was great. All right, let's say hi to the peoples. All right, hello, Emma, how's it going? Hello, Michelle. Hello, Kelsey. Sorry, I am late. I'm curious, what's your opinion on Mrs. Coyne? Despite the fact that she was on house arrest, I always kind of felt she was one of the better Degrassi parents. I suppose, she was supportive of her children for the most part. It seemed, I honestly don't remember her too much with Declan. I can't remember what kind of parent she was, so I have to revisit that. Although, I gotta say, yeah, she was on house arrest for, what was it, tax stuff? That makes me a little sus. What exactly was it again? I need to rewatch it, but as I think about it, I don't know. Maybe she was a good parent, but she was a bad capitalist, and all capitalists are bad capitalists. Man. So I don't know if I really care for Mrs. Coyne based on that. The fact that she might have been when exactly? Or it being that, I might have to rewatch that moment, because I can kind of remember kind of siding with Emma, where Sean wasn't really expressing, I guess, he didn't really talk to Emma when that he was feeling dissatisfied and stuff. He just kind of was trying to push her in the direction that he seemingly wanted to go in with his relationship, and Emma wasn't for it, and because they didn't talk about it, they could not come to a point where they could reconcile. And of course, Emma would feel that Sean's pathetic for then, basically leaning on the troubled crowd. Because from her perspective, Sean's just going, doing the thing that everyone expects him to do. The kid from the wrong side of the tracks hanging out with other bad people. I wouldn't say she's justified in judging him necessarily for that, especially without knowing them, only knowing their reputation, but it's hard to say. Refresh the context to remember. Not to remember, let me talk correctly for once. I need to refresh the context to give actual thoughts about it. Hello, Dylan Johnson. Vamp, what's up, Queen? I don't know if I consider myself a queen. I think more just, I don't know if I feel like a king either. I'm not sure what the word yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much, though. Kelsey says, I also have to say, I know you said in your Jack is bad GF that Imogen should not pressure Jack to come out, and you're right, but I didn't blame her, and also, are you happy the HBO reboot is canceled? I understand, like, I see where you come from. I do also understand where Imogen, what her perspective is, and how Jack not being out is in conflict with her. Like, you can see it also, there are other, I feel like there's another good example of this, like, I think a little bit of Dylan and Marco, like, Dylan coming up against the wall because Marco would not, like, no, there's a couple who is so perfect for this. I can't remember. Maybe it's Anya and Sav. Someone who I know is going to be perfect to explain it with, but, like, it does put a lot of pressure on Imogen and, like, restricts the things that she can do. Like, she cares about things like senior superlatives and senior couple stuff, and if Jack's not out and does not want her family to find out via those things, then that's going to cause a lot of stress and trouble for her. But I still stand by it. Jack is, Imogen should not have pressured Jack to come out. That's, yeah. It sucks, I know how she feels, but also, shitty thing to do. And no, I'm not necessarily happy that the HBO reboot is canceled, because, like, I am very turned off by the supposed reasoning for the HBO reboot cancellation, that HBO wanted to focus more on, like, non-family centric media. And so that hints to me, oh, so Degrassi might have been more of what we already love about the show. And now we can't have it. Because HBO just wants another Game of Thrones. God damn. That was just me. I was about to rage. No, I'm sorry, Dylan Johnson is my shade. And then, my apartment complex said last year, that, oh, this coming spring, we're going to be upgrading the internet. Well, I haven't seen that yet. And if they raise my rent by another $100, probably going to have to move out. So that'll be a shitty thing to deal with in the coming months, but who knows, we'll see. But yeah. I'm sorry, again. I'm sorry for my shitty internet. I want to do fun things like this. Come on, internet gods. Why does the US suck when it comes to basic things that are so easy to achieve in other countries? Monopoly sucks. I love Jack because she's this wannabe tough girl with funny reactions and one-liners, but she's really be able to get a house. The last was a house. The thing is, like, it's all about who you get your internet from and what area, like, basically who you get your internet from. That decides things. And how is it decided who you get your internet from? Where you live. So, in my specific apartment complex, we run off of, I think it's called Frontier Internet. I am just by default not allowed to get something like Xfinity or something. I could try to do the T-Mobile like wireless hotspot. We actually did try it for a while, but it was kind of worse actually, which kind of sucked because it would have been convenient for that to work. But yeah, house or apartment, all depends on where you live. Welcome to the good old United States of America. Uh, and no, this doesn't mean I'm a simp for Canada. Although, if Canada, if you want to accept me, I'm willing to go down for an adventure. Um, I have to also say, I felt like some black characters did get a fair amount of focus, like Liberty and Dallas. In fact, I thought Dallas got the most attention out of all the Ice Hounds. I'm not sure about Liberty. Honestly, like, I feel like she still got shafted. Like, again, I don't like her pregnancy storyline, mainly because her pregnancy storyline focuses on fucking JT. We get hardly any focus on Liberty and how she's feeling or anything about the pregnancy from her. We have to all infer that through the lens of her interacting with JT. And that's kind of bullshit. So I wouldn't say Liberty. Dallas is a good example of a character who I thought they used really well. Like, I wish they would have done that with more of their black characters, especially early on. I feel like Jimmy was one of the only ones that they really did it early, but yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say Liberty. Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. And, like, I love what they did with Dallas so much. They turned him from one of my most hated characters, hated because he as a person was shit, to one of my most loved characters because he became less shit and not shitty. Completely missed what you said about Jack. I said that basically I understand why she didn't want to come out, but also I hated that she was willing to sacrifice her morals just so she wouldn't have to come out, and then the effects that therefore had on Imogen. I understand her, and I love her when she is a bastion of progressiveness and femininity, but I also hate how willing she is to just sacrifice those ideals, and also what did I say? I hated that she also was so unwilling to, like, let someone be close and intimate with her to the point where she would lie about being polyamorous, for instance. Bullshit. Maybe try Twitch streaming. I don't think Twitch is going to be any easier. I could try it, but I don't think it's going to be any easier. I haven't been trying Twitch streaming because I feel like asking people to go onto a whole other platform to see my streams will be a bit of a barrier to entry, and I guess I don't want to create that barrier to entry. And I also don't think my internet is going to play any better with Twitch. I mean, if more people are willing to watch me on Twitch than YouTube, then I'll consider it. But for right now, I don't feel like I've got as big a reason to hop onto Twitch, especially since I'm not exactly a streamer. I'm leaving you as soon as I'm financially stable. Oh, cool. Where are you going? Yeah, I kind of want to leave the US too, partially for some of the reasons that I've been ranting about in this stream, and then also because I feel the call for adventure. I've only lived in the Midwest US, and I want to see what it's like in other places. I agree. Liberty still got shafted. Yeah. She's my favorite character, TBH, but she deserves so much better during that storyline. She did. And the groundwork was there. I could pick up on it, but I didn't want the breadcrumb version of it. I wanted to see Liberty. Like, I wanted to hear it out of her own mouth and observe it, like, her perspective, not having to get it through JT. I understand wanting to, like, this time around make sure that no, I don't understand it, actually, because I feel like in most of the pregnancies on the show, we have gotten up to that point, the guy's perspective. So why did they have to sacrifice Liberty? I don't like it. Hello, I made a thing earlier about you going to finish Degrassi retrospective videos. I did respond to that earlier. I did say, like, the intention is there. I don't know realistically, if and when I'll get to it, it's not gonna be my next video. My next video is gonna be about Zoe. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's something I do want to get back to, but it feels like a massive project. And that is kind of scaring me a bit because there's so many moving pieces to even a season of Degrassi, even as small as Junior High Season 3. I do want to go back to it. I just can't make promises about it. I'm sorry. Hazel is an underrated gem and deserved better. She so did. Like, people always talk about the episode where she reveals that she's Muslim and from Somalia. I got, like, one of my favorite moments was her going off on Paige about how, like, she was treating Manny. I really dug that. And then I also really liked her relationship with Jimmy up until season 5. Like, I thought they were pretty cute together. Like, her going to detention because she was looking at porn at school. I loved it. They could have done so much more with Hazel. She didn't have to just be a sidekick. It was bullshit. Yeah, Dallas was so great with Allie, and I feel like he really earned his relationship with Allie, and that was great. I loved it. I'm so happy for them. Like, if Allie and Dallas got together in season 12 when he was introduced and he wanted to get with Allie, it wouldn't have worked. It would have been bad. But then when they finally did get together, they both had grown as people to be the kind of folks that they needed to have a successful relationship. Chef's kiss. That's why they're on my top 10 favorite Degrassi couples. I love it. All right. I'm gonna respond to these 2 recent comments, and let's get at least one Degrassi question out of the way, okay? I'm curious to know, characters in a show like Degrassi are supposed to make mistakes, but have there ever been characters that make so many mistakes to the point where you just get annoyed with them? Joey. Joey is so insufferable in Degrassi Junior High, especially in season 1. Like, it's fine. It is technically, like, it works for his character. It's good storytelling, but man, he's just the worst. He is such a little shit. I hate him so much. But for the most part in Degrassi, like, I feel like all the character mistakes are used to tell an interesting enough story that I can't regret their spot in the show. Not really. Like, the only thing I dislike about it is, like, how they affect my little special characters, you know? Australia's the go. Go into Canada first, get rid of my US citizenship. Good luck with that. The US, sure does not really, it's kind of hard to get rid of US citizenship. Like, for one, like, you have to get the country to accept you, the other country to accept you as a citizen, and then also up until that point, you might have to pay US taxes even while living in that other country. It sucks, but if you can make it work, good luck. I personally don't want to go to Australia because they have a lot of the same problems as the US. Canada, it does have some of those problems, but I feel like they lean more, like, away from that just slightly, ever so slightly, depending on where you go. Alberta here is basically the Texas of Canada, so don't go there. Drew, case in point, a little bit. I get more annoyed with Joey than Drew, honestly. Degrassi Junior High Season 3 retrospective, Degrassi High, yeah, eventually I'll probably get to them. Just gotta get over whatever this hump is that prevents me from wanting to do anything that's work-related outside of work. Unfortunately, I fear that it's not wanting to do things that feel like work outside of work, but yeah. The hope is eventually, no promises. Okay. I'm gonna Do a question and then I'll respond to more of the chat. But I want to do at least one question. Who did Craig and Spinner end up fighting over at the movie theater? Paige, Manny, Kendra, or Ashley? Wait, they ended up fighting at the movie theater? Why? Why did they end up fighting over them at the movie theater? When did this happen? Who did Craig and Spinner end up fighting over at the movie theater? It's not Kendra. Kendra had nothing to do with Craig basically ever. I don't think it was Ashley because Spinner didn't really care too much about Ashley. So it's either Manny or Paige. Why would Craig fight over Paige? I'm gonna guess B, Manny? When did this happen? I don't remember this. No, damn it. Okay, okay, so that was question 26. Okay, they fought over Manny, but when did this happen? When did... Movie theater. Craig and Manny. Spinner and Craig fought over Manny. When did this happen? It had to have been like, what, season 4 or something? But when did this happen? I don't remember. Damn it. Okay. That's okay. I really love the show. Thank you. I love your videos. Don't want to say what, I don't want to say I want gender. Saw that, say please. Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I think autocomplete might be getting in the way again. Kind of needs to listen to kid more, like I have said before. Dude, the moment where Hazel told Paige if she said no, it was no, that's when I fell in love with her. Yeah. Hazel, secret best character on the show. No questions asked. Sometimes sidekicks do amazing things. I know, but for a show that rarely had characters that were forced... Excuse me. Before that, they had Kids of Degrassi Street, which was a television show focused on elementary school kids. And then before that, they had the series of movies like that was also like kids, elementary school kids dealing with troubles that, you know, was in the Degrassi style. So it wasn't exactly a new thing to the crew. It's just figuring out how this cast of characters worked. And I love it. It's still really good. A-class television there. So much detail put into this little public access television show. Hello, Bear Lanning. Okay, so you say that you hated Marisol. Well, I might be the one defender of Marisol. I did not hate her. I hate her. I really don't like her as a person. I'll hate her on those grounds. It was shitty that she was almost willing to reveal to the school Katie's disordered eating over a fucking guy. It was shitty that she was willing to cheat with KC. And I don't think she handled certain things with Mo correctly, but she was very enjoyable to watch. I liked her. She felt like a very real person. So, yeah, I will defend Marisol to the death. And also, I feel like she was bad in the same way that Paige and Zoe were bad at their worst, but the only difference is she didn't get a big, like, or I guess a tragic or something to happen to her to make her flip over in people's into acceptable or redeemed. Like, I was actually I saw a conversation on the Degrassi subreddit about this, and I agree. Like, Paige, what happened to her in season 2, I feel like helped make Paige seem like a more acceptable person, I guess, or like more relatable to the point where she wasn't like this nasty person who literally got Terry drunk so that, like, and didn't care about the consequences just so she could get with Spinner instead. Like, that's pretty fucked up. That is very fucked up. I just feel like we got to see different, like, because of the tragic things that happen to a character like Paige, we can see her in different aspects, so, like, we kind of accept her shittiness. I'm not going to forgive her for what she did to Paige, or for what she did to Terry. I'm not going to exactly forgive her for how shittily she often treated Alex based on social class and shit. But I'm not going to say that she's a bad character. Like, she filled a very specific and needed role on the show. But that just makes her kind of like Marisol, where very interesting to watch. Not exactly a person I like or want to be around. Kids of Degrassi Street retrospective? I have to watch it first. That's probably further down the line. Oh, come on. No, I need to go back because, come on, let me see the chat. Okay, so you guys remember this? Remember when Craig and Spinner fought over Manny and I don't? Beginning of season 4? What? When Paige started her job at the movie theater. What? Who would not fight over Manny? Probably me, but you're also not wrong. But damn. Yeah, the only person above Manny is Fiona. Okay. I don't know. I'm a Claire stan. I'd probably put Claire above Fiona. I do love the videos and the autocorrect messes up a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I kind of liked Marisol too. She had some funny moments, so she entertained me too much for me to hate her. Yeah, I feel like that too. Like, how could one not laugh at the absurdity that she saw needles in, like, how Mo was feeling, and, like, oh, he must be a heroin addict. Like, sheltered much? He's Marisol? Damn. Were you upset when Stephanie left Degrassi Junior High? Arthur stated, I never saw Fiona as a spoiled brat. I thought she was better than Holly, J, and Paige. No, I wasn't necessarily upset that Stephanie left Degrassi. I was sad because I felt like she had more that could have been done with her character. She was a very integral character to the show at that point. But I understand that the actress just wanted to do different things, so that's understandable. I never necessarily thought that Fiona was a spoiled brat. I'm better than Holly, Jane, Paige, I guess. So, like, I mean, she also was willing to do some nasty stuff to Holly J just to get her to go away from Declan, so that's not cool. I have never watched Degrassi Junior High or High on television. I was born in 1989, did not see until the mid-90s. Oh, man. Yeah, me neither. Like, I was born in, 94, and I only found Degrassi High and Junior High after I'd already been watching, like, season 10 through 12. Like, I think I found Degrassi... No, wait. Yeah, it was, like, during season 11 that I found Degrassi High, and I was so confused because the start of Degrassi High relies on you knowing Junior High. So it's like, okay, apparently I'm just supposed to know these characters or something, I guess. I don't know. But I found it kind of enjoyable. I think it took me a couple more years to actually enjoy the show and recognize how good it was even in previous iterations from TNG. True, Marisol and Jenna didn't get that redemption or redeeming thing. Jenna didn't get better. She just stopped being annoying but still never cared for her. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of characters in Degrassi that people hate, they hate them because they never had some redeeming thing in the fans' minds, I feel. Like, they just stopped being shitty. And it's weird. Like, I feel like the difference between how fans feel about Jay versus Peter is, like, the ultimate case study for this, because people fucking love Jay. They adore him and his relationship with Manny. But people don't like Peter at all. They always bring up how horrible it was for Peter to distribute that video of Manny and the other awful things he did, like when he got Sean expelled over Emma. But then people don't bring up that, like, Peter just stopped being shitty eventually, but they still hate him for all the horrible things he did. But then with Jay, well, he never got better either. He bullied Dylan for being gay. He helped bully Rick, and just as much as Spinner led to the shooting. He then also enabled JT to sell drugs at Degrassi and also take all those pills. Jay never had a come to Jesus moment like Spinner did, and I don't mean in the literal sense, but he never had a big moment where it's like, yeah, I fucked up. He just stopped being the worst, and fans love him still. And I don't, it sucks to me that people don't then extend that to other characters like Jenna, like Peter, so many other characters who just stop being the worst, but it's somehow not okay because they didn't have this big revelation like, oh my god, I was so bad, but now I'm gonna be good. Realistically, a lot of people don't ever have that. They just either are no longer in that situation that they can act as horribly, or they just stop being that person who's so horrible. Not everyone has a satisfying character arc. And I wish that was more reflective in how fans view characters of the show. Degrassi retrospective bloopers. I would have to go through the audio if I still have it of the Degrassi retrospectives. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Spike is my favorite character. Favorite junior high character. Yeah, Spike is real. I really like her as a character in junior high. Snicker Mouth now video on Degrassi, pretty good. You should watch it. I've never heard of them. I think I've said it in other live streams, but I really don't know other Degrassi YouTubers, honestly. I have a little bit of an inferiority complex. So watching other people making videos about Degrassi just makes me spiral like, I'm such a hack. I can't make videos about Degrassi. Look at all these people just able to put out hour-long videos just incidentally. And I'm just like, yeah, a 15 or 8 minute video about Degrassi. That's fine. No, it's hard. Like, I already feel an inferiority complex comparing my own videos to people like Philosophy Tube or Princess Weeks. I think that's what she changed her name to. But yeah, people who could just make long form content that I am categorically not interested in, but everyone loves it and like, So I'm not sure if it's good for me to watch that. Whoever says a character is a spoiled brat is a spoiled brat themselves. Not sure if I agree. Some circumstances, yes. Sometimes, though, I feel like Joey is a spoiled brat, like in junior high. For me, Fiona did everything, was a mean girl victim, helped someone in an LGBT story, had an LGBT story, drug, alcohol addiction, abusive relationship, top tier couple, and friendship. Yeah, she did a lot of things. And yet people hate Claire for having done a lot of things too. Just kidding. But also not too much kidding. Love Jay, he is one of my favorite delinquent characters. Peter is saved from my bad list for helping Darcy with her assault and helping Emma with her ED, helping Riley with his coming out. I know, yeah. It's moments like that where it's like, yeah, Peter has a lot of problems, but he also does sometimes good things. Sometimes. Okay, but to be fair, Jenna did apologize to Claire. Well, really does if Regina Dislike was trying to take Sav from Holiday. I'm gonna kind of chalk that up to baby mama hormones and stuff, and not really understanding the intensity of Sav and Holly-J's relationship. And to be fair, she did actively work to save Sav and Holly-J's relationship after she realized she fucked up. Would you ever do a video about burger shows influenced by the graphic? Do you know shows like 90210? I don't think so. I don't think I really have the interest for it. I find it hard to talk about other things I love. Like, Degrassi is just so rich in interesting perspectives. But while I'm curious about other teen shows, I also don't have an inherent interest in them. So I don't think it's that likely, especially because a lot of in my vague watching of other teen shows that try to be like Degrassi, I feel like a lot of them ultimately ends up being more about the spectacle rather than education. People like at the end of the day, Degrassi does a lot of educating and trying to give humanity to teenage characters, whereas I feel like a lot of other shows are only in it for the drama. Like, basically, they are the marketing around Degrassi. Well, I don't know what's going on down there. I need to drink a little bit more because I'm feeling in my mouth that I do not talk. Like, even at work, I've not been talking very much lately, so someone suggested a long time ago that I do like vocal warm-ups. Guess what I didn't do? And Days of Our Lives were very influenced back in the 90s with Degrassi and Kevin Smith movies with the girls. Well, I do intend to try to watch some more Kevin Smith movies. I liked Clerks. I am curious about his other work. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it or jive with it. Funny you mentioned Days of Our Lives. Like, my mom was so into like Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, those soap operas, and I got into them too, like to the point where like when they were on, I would get into them. And maybe that's part of why I love Degrassi, because I inherently like soap operas. It just happens that Degrassi is good on top of being a sort of 14 soap opera. Around aesthetically, even Dawson's Creek was influenced by Degrassi. That one I've heard good things about. I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to it, but I want to try it. Maybe. Who knows? Hun, you're legit my favorite Degrassi YouTuber. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad. Thank you. That really means a lot to me, especially in moments like last night where I was wondering, man, should I even make videos again? Is it worth it? It's hard to not feel that way, especially when my last video didn't do well. I'm sure it's mainly because of like YouTube not propping it up because it's not Degrassi related, but it was also like a video near and dear to my heart, so I was like, am I just a fake? Should I just not do it? Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I want to start a Degrassi podcast, but every time I get on mic and camera, I get so freaking awkward. Well, first thing I'll say, do not do what I do. Do not use alcohol to solve your talking unprompted issues. One of the biggest things you're gonna have to get used to is just editing your own voice. It's an unreal and very anxiety-inducing experience to hear yourself on recording. You're gonna hear a lot. You're probably gonna feel a lot of like, oh my god, like, is that what I sound like all the time? This is the worst. How does anyone ever listen to me? What I end up doing is kind of dissociating a little bit from that. Like, I stop hearing it as my own voice. Like, I know technically that is me speaking, but I don't think of it like in the way of like, oh, I need to like take note how like I don't, it is me speaking, but it's also not. I'm just editing someone talking. So that helps me a little bit. And honestly, you're going to be awkward to start out. It's hard to speak without a script. I mean, you've seen how much I've stumbled here. Sometimes I can make it sound natural. I'm waiting for it to reconnect because I want. Okay. Basically, practice will make it easier. Like, if you want to start a Degrassi podcast, I never really watched the Lilo and Stitch show, so I can't really comment. Like, I feel like they did a good job with Owen and Fitz as bully characters. I think they did a good job with Jay as a bully character. Like, it's okay for them to become, like, integral parts of the show. I like that, because I like when bad people learn to be good. But it's also okay if they don't ever come that way. It's okay. And I consider OG, don't take this as messing with you. I consider the crow. I'm sorry, Kaiwan Calendar. I absolutely do not understand what you're saying. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to understand, but I'm not sure. My question is, there a bully character in Degrassi where you go, why are they here? I can't think of any. No, not really. I feel like most of the time the characters justify themselves being there. The only times I go like, wait, why are you here? Is like very early on, like in season 1 of Degrassi Junior High, where characters like Simon and Liz, who are only supposed to have moved to Degrassi school district in season 2, are just there incidentally in season 1. It's funny. Honestly, I do feel I give Jenna more hate than deserved. Same with Marisol. And I also understand some characters are just not for certain people. Like, I don't feel the adoration and love that a lot of people have for, like, say, Manny and Jay. I like watching them, but I don't love them. So I feel like I'm harsher on them in part because of that. But, it's okay, because not every character jives perfectly with each fan. But I just want the recognition that it's not because the show is bad that you are struggling to relate to someone. Oftentimes, it's more personal than that. But I feel like a lot of people accuse the show of being horrible in some way, and therefore that's why you don't like this character. I see this so much in Next Class and later Degrassi, that somehow the show is bad, therefore I can't relate to progressive LGBT or modern day teenagers. Sad. Degrassi kind of influence on our soap opera edge in America. Yeah, Degrassi had no doubt. Degrassi influenced so much of like teen media and what like teen soap operas could be in the US. I feel like a lot of shows kind of aim for a little bit of what Degrassi gave us, but also not, because a lot of teen shows just don't care about being educational. It's more about using like intense plot lines like pregnancy and school shootings and stuff for drama, like for the clicks and views and stuff, not so much for giving insight as to why these things sometimes happen or how someone in the situation actually feels. Tell me why my girl Claire went through cancer, pregnancy, and a miscarriage all in 1 year. Literally, Fiona, Manny. Claire Edwards is not drama, but she has drama foisted upon her. She just wanted to be a brainer who got through high school focusing on academics instead of boys, but the boys came for her, and she fell for it. That's so inflammatory. I don't entirely agree with it, but I find it funny that I said it. Even I tried making YouTube videos, but I get nervous, especially when my mother passed away. Yeah, YouTube videos, same thing with what I was expressing to Manny. That's definitely also another thing where you just have to how to get yourself into like a way to stop constantly judging yourself about every little thing you do somehow, at least to get the video out there and stuff. And I'm sorry for your loss. My own mom passed away in 2017, so I understand at least a little bit how you feel. I don't think I can understand fully because I feel like everyone's relationship with their mother is different. And yeah, so still sorry for your loss. Well, I did try to record while drinking, but that did not work for me. Thank you for the advice. I hope it helps. There's a reason why I don't drink to do my videos. It honestly helps that I script my videos. Like that way I don't have to be thinking about what I'm saying. More the focus is how I'm performing it. But it's hard to do that in a podcast format, like especially if you're doing like an interview slash try to bounce off of someone with natural rapport. What I can recommend is maybe finding someone who is naturally comfortable speaking, maybe as a co-host. That might help. Like someone who you bounce off well. That might help too. Especially doing unscripted content is harder. I'm glad you found that drinking didn't help, because again, there's a reason why I only save the drinking for the live streams. Honestly, no hate, Luke, but had huge storyline. Owen saying Bruce was funny. Sometimes Derek gave Jane more my love. Derek, you could have been so much better, but then you went to shit. Well, Manny is baby girl and Jay was hilarious. I mean, yes. Jay had too much charisma for one person. It was great. There's a lot of postmodernism in America. Intentional postmodernism, where most influenced by 16 can movie. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. Like postmodernism, America, 10 shells, 16 candle movie. I don't know. Honestly, people who I see complaining about postmodernism tend to be fashy. So I don't think it's that. I think something's just getting in the way of like whatever you're saying conveying to me. Let's see. Did Terry Golden's sister ever come back? Like, are you asking if the character of Terry ever came back? No, which kind of sucks. I'm curious, does it bother you that Degrassi stopped using child actors for Degrassi? My sister says she doesn't mind them being adults play teenagers. They're not necessarily adults though, are they? Like, I think they are technically, like, teenagers, right? Someone let me know. Because I thought they were of that teenage age. Only, like, they were, like, technically professional actors and not just kids, in a semi-professional but also not super serious acting troupe. Yeah, let me know if I'm wrong with that. Characters love way more than the importance they got. Leia and Wesley. Leia loved her friendship scenes with Anya. Wes helped his crush get with the guy she wanted instead of being a nice guy. Yeah. I wish we could have seen more of Wesley and Hannah. Like, they seemed like they could have been good. I love Wesley in general, and I wish they would have done a little bit more with Leia when they had her. Unfortunately, the actress left because she was going to literally fucking Harvard. Right after she left, but still, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with her to make her more interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and do one more, or like at least one more Degrassi trivia because I feel like we keep getting away from this. Let's see. I'm gonna pick this one right here. Who did Paige get into a fist fight with because they were unintentionally gossiping about her and Mr. Oleander? Unintentionally gossiping? I feel like she was on purpose gossiping. She just didn't, like, no. No, she's totally intentionally gossiping about her with Paige and Mr. Oleander, and totally did not agree with what was happening because it was kind of creepy. Ashley, Hazel, Manny, or Alex? Manny, of course. All right, let's just double check our work. See, Manny. Okay, that was a lot easier. That one I actually remember for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Singing in the rain, what a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Alright. How's it going? Man, imagine if I talk like this the whole time. I don't even know what voice I'm doing. It's just like, just comes natural to me. Whenever I want to do a funny voice, I just sound like this for some reason. Like I just bring my tongue up and just start talking in this weird way. I promise it's got, like, there's no influence to it. It's just like how my mouth naturally goes when I try to talk in a funny way. That was not a funny bit. Canceled. Scrap it. Do not air. Don't look at me. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, Manny. Hello, Tricked Blue. I like your name. That is interesting. Yeah, everyone knows it. It was Manny. That was not a hard question. The previous one about Spinner and Craig, that was hard. Not this one. Question 33, you disappoint. Manny being the answer to all these questions. Yeah, you're right. Maybe my strat for these questions I don't know should be just Manny. We'll try that. Most iconic fight scene. Manny, that slap was awesome. Yeah, and the karate kick. Yes. That scene is in every comp ever. Yes. I am from France, so misconstrued your words. Construed your words. Oh, okay. Cool. Hello from France. Okay, cool. I tried learning. I don't know if I should say I tried learning French once. I took French classes, but I don't think I effectively ever tried learning French. Like, well, now that I understand it, I did not technically effectively learn French. I don't know where my rings are. Where's my rings? I don't know where I put my rings. Okay, so I will say it sounds like a stupid thing for me to go, like, stop the stream in the middle just to go find my rings. But my rings have very special significance, and I prefer to wear them basically as much as possible when I'm doing anything in public, including going to work. Like, I've got my ace ring here, my asexuality ring to, like, rep ace people. And then I've got my, I don't know if it'll show on camera, my hand's in the way, but it's queer colors, like a pride ring. I do have other rings that I wear in place of the pride ring, but I realized I wasn't wearing it before. I thought it was in the bathroom, so I went to go find it, but then it wasn't in the bathroom. Turns out it was in my hoodie, but I wanted to wear it here because I want to rep these parts of me as much as possible. Okay, now we can get back to business. Okay. I do wonder if Albert thought it would be easy to convince his son to come back. Sorry it takes time. I think Casey's mom knew. We're comparing his son, he would not have done it. I'm pretty sure Mr. Manning did love Craig in his own way, but not in a healthy way. He felt like he owned Craig in some way, and so thought naturally he would come back, and he just had to convince Craig to come back somehow, like by basically buying him, because that's what abusers do. They use tokens of love to convince you to stay with them. So I don't think it's necessarily that he didn't love Craig. I don't think he was capable of loving Craig in a healthy way at that point, and we'll never know if he ever was capable of loving him in a good way. Manny was truly the only character who had no connection to the school anymore. Spinner, Eli, that I cared about after graduation. She was truly a legend. Yeah. When she came back and hung around with Jane, I didn't mind it. Yeah, Manny's a queen. No matter how much as much as I don't love her as I love other characters, she's a queen. She was truly a queen. Don't worry, I didn't do English class either. Literally not even both. Like, I did technically good in French. Alright, let's do another trivia. What did Peter do to Manny when he told him he was a freak and she won't go with it? No, that's easy. Oh, which two girls was Jay cheating on Alex with in the ravine? Alright guys, what's your guesses? It's either Emma and Manny, Amy and Ellie, Paige and Hazel, Emma and Amy. I just laugh at thinking of it being Paige and Hazel. That would be kind of funny. But no, it was Emma and Amy. Emma and Amy. I don't know why. For some reason, I want to say Manny, but I know that's wrong. So, oh my god. Probably gonna have to quit in a short while, but let's do at least one more. What job did Alex... No, we're not gonna do that one. Holly, Jay, and Mia found themselves at odds when both trying to get the attention of which Lakehurst boy? Who was it? Was it Christopher, Damien, Seth, let's say Fiona, Imogen, Allie, I promise it's not, there's no reason why I'm picking only girl characters right now, Claire, maybe Zoe, God, I can't do this, Allie, okay, I can't do it anymore, because, it's all, like, starting to unravel in my head to where it's, like, okay, think of it as a strand that's, like, going, like, it's tight at the top, but then I can't organize them into a list. But definitely Claire's at top, and then somewhere in there we've got Fiona, Holly, J, I know I mentioned other people there. Imogen. A lot of late Oh, can't forget Tiny. Tiny is, I love him. He's my keener dweeby fave. I love him. Okay, but I give up. I gotta try again. Yep, Amy for sure. Hello, Electrolightnin. Why did HBO cancel the Degrassi reboot again? From what I hear, it's basically why they canceled a lot of their stuff. They decided they basically want every show to be a Game of Thrones or Euphoria. Basically, no made-for-family content on their streaming platform. Thank you. That's my understanding of the situation. Paige and Hazel would have been hilarious and so chaotic. I know, right? Degrassi reboot. I think what you're asking is like, if I had my way with the Degrassi reboot, what would I not want? Basically, don't be Euphoria. I don't want Degrassi to be Euphoria. I feel like Euphoria does not understand the reality of what teenagers experience. Like, it's basically what I was complaining about earlier. The point of Euphoria is to take drama and things that could technically happen. After this stream, drunkenly, okay, I don't know if it explained for you guys, but what character or plotline or something from Degrassi would you like me to explain after this stream as a short? Let me know. It'll be in like 60 seconds or less. All right, Zoe and Rasha have my heart forever. Yes, agree. And I can't even explain, but Eclair is the best TV couple in terms of entertainment journey. I know. Eclair is so horribly toxic at the beginning, and then often is toxic in little moments, but so entertaining. They have so much charisma. And Zoe and Rasha, I wish I could have seen them be happily gay together, but we'll never get that. Rasha is also the best, man. I would add her to my top 10. I love Rasha so much. I wish we could have gotten time to focus. I feel like a season 5 of Next Class would have been that, but we don't. Okay, I'm at work and Underground Raiders. I don't understand. I'm sorry. OMG, I can't with this buffering. It's inhumane. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna end it soon. I'm gonna end your suffering. 'Cause I'm generous or something? I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't see how much it is buffering on the YouTube stream here, and I hate it. It sucks. I am so sorry. My guide to school. I'm sorry, I don't understand again. I think you're raging against Euphoria, which always always agree with. Good night. I'm going to. All right, see ya. Kaiwan Calendar. Have a good night. I'm probably getting dip soon too. So, God, it's gotta be late by you if you're in France. Jeez. Good luck. Like, it's 9:14 here, so it's gotta be fucking late in Europe. Like, in that part of Europe, yeah. Man, I wish I could solve whatever thing is preventing me from making videos. I wish I could just motivate myself to do it somehow, other than application. I'm sad that, like, it is this way for me, because I like this. I like talking to you guys. And I want to see my videos, like, do a little better in the algorithm's eyes. I don't know. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've been sneezing all day and I don't know why. I've been, like, developing allergies on top of whatever's going on with my gut. My gut talks to me. That's great. Oh, I got a lavalier mic, so that might be interesting for doing videos. Hopefully it helps my audio. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking like to wrap up because I know the latency is long. I purposely set the latency to low latency for you guys. So I want to see you guys react to the questions that I got on the trivia first. I was hoping it would help my internet, but maybe I think I'm helpless at this point. Just watching my internet being shitty. When I said suffering, I meant buffering. It's so odd for some reason. Yeah, no, it's all my fault. And I did not mean to clap by the microphone. I'm so sorry. I'm going to end it here. I'm so sorry for the buffering. I'm not sure what the solution is. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out in a couple weeks that I'm moving, and maybe that'll give me the opportunity to get better internet. I'm not sure. It's hard because I really don't want to move. Moving is a miserable experience for me. I hate packing up all my stuff and having to physically move places. But maybe that's what I've got to do in order to get actually good internet. I'm not sure. Thank you guys for putting up with me for so long. I hope you all have a good night and a good rest of your weekend. I will see you at some point in the future. My intention is to at least have another video out by the 1st. Like, the 1st is now my deadline of every month to have a video out. But I'm softly intending to have my next video about Zoe out a little sooner than that. We'll see. Because I'm wondering if maybe I need to be doing videos more frequently than one video a month. But I'm also trying not to push myself because I'm still messed up as a person. Alright, y'all have a good night, good weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye. Where's my cursor? Oh, there it is. Okay, bye. And end.